Many owners mistakenly believe that hugging a dog is a universal sign of affection, whereas most dogs actually perceive the restriction of movement as a threat or a display of dominance. Using inconsistent verbal commands for the same action often leaves your dog in a state of chronic confusion and prevents them from feeling secure in their training. Forcing your dog to interact with every stranger or make friends with every dog on the street can trigger severe social anxiety and lead to defensive aggression over time. When you rush through a daily walk without letting your dog sniff their surroundings, you are essentially depriving them of their primary way of gathering information about the world. Keeping a dog in a home with constant loud noises, such as high-volume television or frequent shouting, can lead to permanent auditory stress and increased cortisol levels. Patting a dog directly on top of the head is a gesture that many canines find intimidating, yet humans continue to do it because it feels natural to us. Expecting your dog to understand complex English sentences without prior associative training only leads to frustration for both the pet and the owner. Leaving your dog alone for more than 8 hours a day without mental stimulation can cause profound psychological distress and destructive separation anxiety. Using physical punishment or alpha roles to discipline a dog destroys the bond of trust and replaces it with a fear-based relationship that can backfire. Staring directly into a dog's eyes for an extended period is often interpreted by them as a challenge or a predatory threat rather than a look of love. Failing to establish a predictable daily routine for feeding and walking can make a dog feel as though their world is chaotic and unpredictable. Dressing your dog in elaborate costumes that restrict their natural movement or flatten their ears can make them feel vulnerable and physically uncomfortable. Teasing your dog by pretending to throw a ball or offering food and then taking it away creates a sense of distrust that undermines their confidence in you. Smoking or vaping around your dog exposes them to secondhand toxins that are significantly more harmful to their sensitive respiratory systems than to ours. Ignoring your dog's subtle body language, such as lip licking or yawning, means you are missing their desperate pleas for space or comfort. Using strong-scented cleaning products or heavy perfumes can be physically painful for a dog whose sense of smell is thousands of times more sensitive than a human's. Changing the furniture layout frequently can be disorienting for older dogs or those with slightly failing eyesight, leading to unnecessary physical bumps and bruises. Bringing a dog into a high-energy, crowded environment like a music festival or a busy parade can result in sensory overload that takes days to recover from. Correcting a dog for accidents in the house long after they have happened only teaches them to be afraid of you, as they cannot link the past action to the current anger. Over-vaccinating or neglecting heartworm prevention based on personal theories rather than veterinary science can leave your dog's immune system dangerously compromised. Allowing children to climb on or pull at a dog's ears teaches the dog that their personal boundaries are never respected by the smallest members of the pack. Expecting an elderly dog to perform the same physical feats as a puppy is not only unrealistic but can lead to agonizing joint pain and long-term injury. Using a retractable leash gives your dog a false sense of freedom while simultaneously making it much harder for you to keep them safe from sudden dangers. Laughing at a dog when they are clearly frightened by something, like a vacuum or a storm, invalidates their emotions and increases their sense of isolation. Assuming that a wagging tail always means a dog is happy can lead you to ignore signs of extreme agitation or high arousal stress. Feeding your dog just a little bit of human table scraps can lead to a dangerous caloric surplus and a high risk of developing painful pancreatitis. Neglecting to brush your dog's teeth daily allows plaque to harden into tartar, which eventually leads to systemic infections affecting the heart and kidneys. Walking your dog on hot pavement during the summer can cause severe, painful burns on their paw pads that may require professional medical intervention. Allowing your dog to become even slightly overweight puts an immense and unnecessary strain on their joints, significantly shortening their overall lifespan. Using a collar that is too tight or of an improper design can cause permanent damage to a dog's trachea, especially if they are prone to pulling on the leash. Failing to trim your dog's nails regularly forces their paw bones to misalign, leading to chronic discomfort and an altered, unhealthy gait. Giving your dog bones that can splinter, such as cooked chicken bones, poses a life-threatening risk of internal perforation or choking. Skipping annual veterinary checkups means that silent killers like early-stage cancer or kidney disease go undetected until it is too late for treatment. Keeping your dog's water bowl in a place that gets too hot or letting the water become stagnant can lead to dehydration and bacterial infections. Using human shampoo on a dog disrupts the natural pH balance of their skin, often causing intense itching, rashes, and secondary skin infections. Assuming that your dog's doggy breath is normal prevents you from realizing they are actually suffering from advanced periodontal disease and pain. Letting your dog ride in the bed of a pickup truck or stick their head out of a fast-moving car window exposes them to dangerous debris and potential trauma. Ignoring a minor limp or a slight change in appetite often allows a manageable health issue to escalate into a full-blown medical emergency. Feeding a boutique or grain-free diet without veterinary guidance has been linked to serious heart conditions like dilated cardiomyopathy in many breeds. Keeping your dog outdoors in extreme temperatures without adequate shelter is a form of neglect that can lead to heat stroke or hypothermia very quickly. Using flea and tick medications that are not specifically formulated for your dog's weight can result in either ineffective protection or toxic overdose. Failing to provide a soft, supportive bed for a large breed dog can lead to the development of painful pressure sores and high gromas on their elbows. Allowing your dog to play with laser pointers can create a psychological obsession with lights and shadows that borders on a permanent OCD behavior. Neglecting the hygiene of your dog's ears, especially in floppy-eared breeds, creates a perfect environment for painful yeast and bacterial overgrowth. Using a one-size-fits-all approach to exercise can result in overexerting a breed that is physically predisposed to breathing difficulties or heat intolerance. Leaving toxic common household plants like lilies or azaleas within reach of a curious puppy can result in fatal poisoning within just a few hours. Assuming that your dog is just getting old, when they slow down often masks the reality of treatable arthritis that is causing them daily misery. Permitting your dog to drink from puddles or communal water bowls increases their risk of contracting leptospirosis or highly contagious intestinal parasites. Giving your dog rawhide chews can lead to dangerous intestinal blockages if they swallow large, indigestible chunks that swell up in the stomach. Thinking that your dog is protecting you when they growl at guests is often a sign of deep-seated fear that requires professional behavioral intervention.